Alrighty, if you are just joining English 101 through your high school in a dual enrollment class through Bethel University, you're probably feeling a little overwhelmed right now. So I wanted to make a video to sort of acclimate you with the best direction to go because you're sort of behind right now. So let me first say I'm Professor Quinn. I am your teacher for this semester. And the best way to contact me is by clicking on messages in VCamp and sending me a message. The most important thing about sending me a message is telling me what section you are in and what your name is and what kind of issue you're having and what unit you're on. And that information that I just told you is in the syllabus. So let's go ahead and click on one of the classes. This one doesn't have any people in it just yet, so we can click around and not worry about invading anyone's privacy. Now, when you first go into the course, your announcements are going to come up, and that is where I list everything we're doing that week. And a week is just a unit. So week 1 is unit 1, unit 2 is week 2, unit 3 is week 3, so that's easy enough to understand. By the time you start this course, we're really going to be in week 4, so you're quite behind. But the good thing is the first 3 weeks are kind of those getting to know you activities and some very simple things that you need to know about how to format your research paper and how to do an MLA heading and very simple things that you'll be able to handle. You'll be able to catch up pretty quickly. Now you'll notice in your announcements that all of the announcements you can click on and go back to and look at. And as you can see, I'm doing that week. I tell you what we're doing in the Discuss tab and in the Complete tab. And these places, the Discuss and the Complete tab, this is where you're going to turn in your work that is actually graded, okay? There are many times that I will refer to something in the Read section. I want you to go in and I want you to read these pages. And sometimes I'll even say I want you to read the whole chapter. But for the first few weeks, I'm not going to do that as much because I know that you're behind. So just if I specifically say go in and read about how to explain something in your text, then I may specifically tell you something to go in and read. But for now, I want you to focus on the Discuss tab and the Complete tab. So your Discuss tab is your discussions. And when you click on the discussion, you're going to be asked to type some information about the prompt. So you're going to respond to the prompt in a discussion. And sometimes I'll tell you how many words I expect you to write, and sometimes I'll tell you how many classmates I expect you to respond to and that sort of thing. So just always follow the instructions for those parameters. Like if we click on this one, we're told, go ahead and introduce yourself to your classmates. Your introduction should be 100 words or more, and your response to classmates should be 50 words or more. So that is where you'll type your information in your discussion. And there is a discussion in every unit, in every week. Some professors do multiple discussions in every week. I don't like to be complicated. I'm more about quality versus quantity. So we will be doing one discussion a week, and we will have one assignment due in the Complete tab each week. So if we click on Complete for Unit 1, then we can see that our assignment this week is to learn how to use a proper MLA heading. So if we click on that, let's go to View. From my view, it's View. So we click on that, and we're told how to do a proper MLA heading. And I've given you a link to show you how to do that, and I've also made a video for you so you can see how to make an MLA heading. So this information is really useful. Anytime I want to teach you something that you probably have not done before, I try to create a video for you. All right, and then you'll just type your MLA heading and then your title here at the bottom. And always follow the instructions, okay? Always go through and follow the instructions. 90% of being successful in an online course is following instructions properly. So if you're told to have a specific word count, or if you're told to write your title with a specific format, follow those instructions, okay? So let's look at your syllabus real quick. Your syllabus can be found on the left here. And when we click on that, You can download it with this button right here if you want to save it to your computer, or you can just look at it if you're wanting to glance at it. It tells you what we're doing in the course. It tells you what the objectives are. And then there's a sort of calendar. Now, normally I would put dates on this calendar, but we're all kind of behind, and I didn't want to stress you out with a whole bunch of dates. So just know that you need to finish the units that you've missed by the end of September. Okay, so you've got a month to make up those weeks that you've missed. And these are the 3 easiest weeks because they're at the beginning. So you really haven't missed all that much. Okay. All right. And if you scroll to the bottom, attendance is important. Late work, we really don't ever want to turn anything late. If you're trying to make an A in this class, constantly turning in work late is really going to hurt you. And you should always shoot for making an A on everything that you do, because even if you don't make an A on something and you really tried, then you'll end up maybe making a B on it. And a B is good, you know? And if you're always trying to make A's, then if you make that B every now and then, or even that C every now and then, it's not going to hurt you so much that you can't pull an A out in the course. So always turn everything in on time. That's really the very first thing you need to do to be successful in the class. All right. I've given you some instructions. This is really good information to be successful. Understand the assignment, complete your work on time so you can revise. I'm not going to read all that to you. I know you know how to read. And then this is the last bit I want you to notice. When you are sending me a message, and actually I think I got excited and went to the bottom, and it's actually at the top. And it should be at the top, it's the most important. When you're sending me a message, you've got to include this. You've got to include your first and last name, the course section you're in, the unit that we're on, like week 2, week 3, and whether it's like a discuss or a complete, and then a very clear indication of your question or your concern. Otherwise, I really can't help you. And I may just email you back and say, please follow template. And what that means is that I really don't know what you needed in your message because it confused me. So remember, the best way to contact me is to click on messages. When you click on messages, you're going to be taken to the message center. And you can put the person that you're sending it to, which is of course me, here, and a subject. I really like you to have a subject. Just because if I need to go back and look for that message, I can find it easily. And remember, you've got to have your name, you've got to have what course section you're in, and let me show you where you can see that information real quick. You see this information right here? That is your course section. And you can say section 4 or section 5, because see, the rest of the numbers are the same. So you're either going to be in section 4 or section 5 for this course. So your course section, what unit we're on or what unit you're referring to, what unit you have a question about, and then also your question. So your question or your concern. You know, did you turn something in and you don't have a grade on it? Is that worrying you? Are you concerned that you turned something in and it didn't go through? So anything like that, you can go ahead and send me. Okay. So I just wanted to give you that information. Just remember, if I know that you're behind, that's why I'm making this video, just to sort of point you in the right direction. What you want to do is you want to go back and start in unit 1. You don't want to just try to start in week 2 or week 3 or week 4, because those lessons are cumulative and you're not going to be able to complete the rough draft that's in week 3 until you have done the interview questions in week 2. So just go back to week 1 and get everything in as quickly as possible so that you're not any more behind. I was going to start putting things together in multiple assignments in the same unit and sort of skipping 1 through 3 because you have to do all the units. But I decided to just give you a 30-day extension on units 1 through 3. So if you're coming to us in unit 4, just remember you need to keep doing your units. Starting with unit 5, they really need to be on time. But units 1 through 4, you have until September 30th to make those up. So you do have another month that you can make up units 1, 2, 3, and 4, and all the discussions and all the completes. But just remember, do it in order. Start with unit 1. One more thing before I close this video up. please make sure you're working on a computer. It is very, very difficult to do research, to write, and to use VCamp on your phone. It can be done, but it's almost impossible to be successful while only using a phone. My syllabus states that you are required to have a computer for this course, so please make sure that you're doing your work on a computer and that you're doing your research on a computer, because this is an online class. You've absolutely got to have a computer for this course, okay? All right, let me know if you need help. Send me an email, send me a message, and if you have any concerns at all, just reach out to me and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day.